I see Casey on here. All right, let's go ahead. Yeah, it has been a Monday, y'all. We survived. We all survived. Who, go ahead and do like a show of hands. Who was like completely freaked out, thought they were like locked out of their social media, X, Y, and Z, was like, what the heck is going on? Went straight to go message like the team chat or their upline and then realized like, oh my gosh, what in the world? So first and foremost, let's go. Restarted my data. Yeah, I've heard some crazy stories. My mom messaged me and she's like, my phone's not working. I've been doing all the things. I even turned it off and back on. And I was like, Mom, social media is down. She's like, that's a thing. And I was like, yes, it's down. It's down. But let's go ahead and start our Monday how we always do. Go ahead and contacted Apple support. That's a first. I haven't heard that one yet, but that is good. Go ahead and drop your IAMs in the chat. It is a new month. Happy October. Holy promos dropped today. Not only did like basically the world stop for what, 5 or 6 hours, but then our CEOs, as soon as social media was back up and running, launched amazing promos. So let's drop those IAMs. Let's claim out for this month. And I apologize if I'm slower than normal or my words are harder than normal. I have severe brain fog from a migraine that I've been suffering from for like 24 hours now. So I'm at the tail end of it, but the brain fog is real. If you've ever had a headache or a migraine, you know what I'm talking about. So bear with me, but drop those IMs. And the reason I say that is because it is a new month. Not only is Monday my favorite day, and that is exactly why I chose our weekly chats to be Monday night. It's a new week. It's a new start to a fresh 7 days, a fresh mindset, a fresh outlook. If you have been in my downline for any length of time, every single Monday, I start my morning message the same way. Happy Monday, right? It's my favorite day. So my biggest thing with this is it's a new month. But are you working it like a new month? And I want to talk about today, as you guys are claiming your IMs, claiming what you're going to do this month, all the things. I want you to think about what you did today to work your business. And before we talk about promos, before we get into what this Zoom is going to be about, and I'll pass it to Casey here in a little bit, but I want you to think about what you did today to work your business. When social media was down, did you panic? Because I know we all did. So if you're saying no, like, I want to know what black label you're using, because that's the lot number that all of us need, right? But the truth is, what did you do to work your business today? And I say that because most of us on here work our business on social media. That's what we do, right? I know I'll speak for myself. I built my entire business on social media. And if this would have happened a year ago, my business, I wouldn't have been able to do a dang thing except for to create content. I wouldn't have been able to reach out to my customers. I wouldn't have been able to contact those that I was sampling. I wouldn't be able to talk to my potentials still. I wouldn't have been able to X, Y, and Z. But today, my business didn't stop. I enrolled 3 customers today. I sent out 7 trial packs. My business didn't stop. And I'm not saying numbers to say it, but I'm just saying my business didn't stop. Yes, with social media down. Yeah, it was. But all that meant for me was that I wasn't able to post. But that isn't the only way that I work my business. And I don't want that to be the only way you work your business. So for me, a couple things that I did, I created a blackout promo for my customers and my trial pack people. And because obviously the $30 promo preloaded credits was not loaded at this time, so I had no idea it was happening. So I sent out a text to all of my current customers that are not on auto ship, and my current customers that are on auto ship, plus all of my trial pack customers. And I literally sent them a thing that said, and I'll read you exactly what I said. So it's word for word. Hey friend, I know social media is down, but Thrive isn't. Today I'm offering 15% off all orders while the social media blackout continues. If you'd like to snag this deal, let me know. It's a personal promo, XO Lens. I sent that to all of my customers. I sent that to all of my trial pack customers. I sent that to all of my potentials. The reason I was able to still work my business and still enroll, and I did enroll people on that, and I did have recurring orders on that. Y'all, social media was down. Our business wasn't down. Our cloud office wasn't down. And even if you weren't able to log into your cloud office at any time, your website still works. So there's really never a reason why you could not work your business. If I'm being completely honest with you, there's never a reason why you could not work your business. If you're not being your own customer support and you don't have access to your customers, their phone numbers or their emails to be able to send out an email thread or a text thread, I want that to be your priority this month. Organizing your team, organizing your customer base, organizing your potential base. One thing that this blackout taught me was that I need to have another resource outside of Facebook Messenger for my own personal downline. So that is in the works. I was working on that today. So if you're in my downline, there will be a new form of communication moving forward. We're still using the Facebook chat, don't worry, but I am working to get like an email thread or something like that. So if something like this happens, I can send out an overall email where you guys will still have access to me and to trainings and all the things. Because guess what? YouTube wasn't down. Things were not down for us to use our business. The only things that were down was posting. So I want you to keep that in mind when in the TikTok wasn't down. In the team chat, my team chat, when it finally, we were all able to post and everyone just kept saying, whose was down? Y'all, everybody was down. And so I got in there and I was a little red with y'all. And I said, y'all, everything is down. It's been down. Control the controllable. That's what I mean by control the controllable. So maybe today you didn't have organized your customers, your potentials, your sample packs. And that's okay, because moving forward, we're all going to have that, right? Because God forbid, if something happens to social media, your business will not suffer because you are in control of it. You control the controllable. But something that I do want to say is, if you took today and you took it as a loss, you did not take advantage of social media free hours. And what I mean by that is, for me, I get the most content created when I'm not on social media, when my notifications aren't going off, when I'm not worrying about posting to my stories, when I'm not worried about making reels. I was in Canva today creating resources. I was creating new opportunity stories, new customer stories, new graphics for promos. So when the company launches promos, all I have to do is put their little email into it. I was creating new resources for you guys, some fun stories that I'll be launching throughout the coming weeks, some new training resources for you guys. Like, you guys, I took this time off of social media and I said, what can I do to work my business? So I want to ask you, did you do the same thing? And if you didn't, it's okay. But now you know for next time, because let's be real, it'll happen again. It'll happen again. Like, it'll happen again. I'm going to tell you guys, it will happen again. So when this happens, it's not if, but when this happens, I want you to keep in mind that you can still work your business. I want you to keep in mind that the only person that is truly in control of your business is you. Not Instagram, not Facebook, not WhatsApp app or TikTok or whatever the social media, Snapchat, whatever it may be, right? That is not your business. Your business is you. And if you have full control of it and you have it organized, sorry, y'all, I'm trying to keep up with my thirst. And you have it organized, you're never going to fall behind. You're never going to feel like you aren't progressing forward. Another really, I already talked about the text messaging that I sent out, but if you are not a texting person, Maria called me today and she said, how are you doing? I know you build your business on social media. And I was like, I'm fine. She's like, okay, I just wanted to touch base. And I was like, I'm fine. Like, I enrolled, I did my business. And she was like, good, that's what I wanted to hear. And she sent me she actually did a very similar thing. She did 20% off for all of her customers and trials and stuff like that, but she sent it as an email thread. In her eyes, she told me, which I want to start doing an email thread as well on top of my texting. And I would like to utilize emails with you guys. If you guys are cool with that, I'll launch it in the Limitless page. So that way you guys can put all your info on there. So I can start also sending out maybe a weekly or a monthly email to everyone to stay up to date. But my biggest thing with her is she said, she was like, in an hour, over 300 people opened my email. And I was like, what? She was like, Linz, how many times did you check your email? And I was like, well, like every time, because I kept clicking Instagram and Facebook and then realized it wouldn't load. So I got out and did the first thing that would load, my emails. And she was like, everybody, how many of y'all checked your emails today? And you don't normally check your emails if you're like me. So on times like this, utilize what is available. So it was a really like eye-opening moment for me, because I was like, oh my gosh, she's not wrong. She is not wrong there. Like, this is a great time where emails would have been amazing. A website would have been amazing. A blog would have been amazing. So don't make yourself busy creating new things, but utilize what you can do. So I want you guys to first organize yourself with phone numbers and text. So that way you have, your customers can get a hold of you. You can get a hold of your customers. Sample people, they can get a hold of you. You can get a hold of them. That's how you're doing your check-ins, your follow-ups on Friday. You're no longer having to go through social media, but you're using their actual contact information. So you have control of your business. So that's what I have on that topic. But go ahead and drop in the chat any questions y'all have about these promos that were launched. What did they called it? Thriller, I think it was. Hold on, I want to get the wording. October Thriller promotion. It's a 3-part promo. First part, if you have never been here for one of these preloaded credit promos, they are insanely amazing. It is free credits. Free credits, AKA they create a new account. It cannot be an account that was created in September. If they created an account on September 30th, they are not going to have the free credits on there. It has to be created in October. So if I created an account today for someone in Canada and they got $39 because it converted over to Canadian. So that's really cool. So Canadian is $39, US is $30. And they will expire. So they expire on the 17th. So what does that mean? If somebody creates an account today, but they don't order until the 19th, they don't get those credits. If someone creates an account today and then they order, they can use those $30. It literally pops up on their dashboard, and at checkout, it'll ask them to enable their credits before they process their order, telling them they have $30 off. So it's amazing. You can utilize this. And on top of that, you can leverage more credits on top of it. I'm going to say that again before I look at the chat. You can leverage more credits on top of it. So say that you wanted to bump it up to $35 and you wanted to send them an extra $5 in credits. You can do that. Say that you wanted to cover their shipping, so you wanted to send them $15 to make it $45 off. You could do that. So keep in mind that you can offer more credits on top of it, but do not feel like you need to. The company is basically giving them a free bottle of Sculpt. Think about it. A free bottle of Sculpt. So for me, it is for promoters as well, but credits cannot be used off of packs. So I talked to a couple of my potential promoters tonight, and I let them know that they can have the $30, but it just won't be able to be applied to their pack. So just keep that in mind. And then if they take the compliance, if they take the compliance, y'all are typing faster than I can talk. If they take the compliance quiz in your cloud office, compliance will give them $25 in credit. So it becomes $55. So they could really use that for a plus line item on their next order. But keep in mind that those $30 will expire after the 17th. But the $25 won't. So keep that in mind. But yes, it's for any new accounts, promoters or customers. I personally am marketing it more towards the customer side. But if you want to use this and run with it and help people start their business, you can. but it cannot be used on packs. So just keep that in mind. It is your business. I will never tell somebody not to do something, but if you want to offer it and say, start your business for, what would that be, like 120, 125, I don't know math. So they do $150 pack, right? Or not a pack, but $150 worth of products. They use the $30 off 120. If you wanted to do that, 100%, you could. They're non-transferable. So keep that in mind, that if a new promoter enrolls, they cannot transfer those credits to anybody. So leveraging them during their VIP period is not something that they could do with those credits, but they can use them and they can leverage it as far as in their VIP period to new customers. They can say, hey, get $30 off your first order. Also, if you're running towards double and triple, then you want the packs. If you're running towards double or triple fast start qualification right now, you want the packs. So you don't want to offer that $30 off to a promoter from the jump off of their pack, because then it won't count, if that makes sense. So just keep all of that in mind when you're talking to potentials, and do what you feel is best. Do whatever you feel is best. Okay. So first part was the $30 credits. The second part is double and triple fast start. I talked about that in my team chat. In the Hustling and the Limitless page, I have posts up about double and triple that spells it out completely. So if you're confused on it, type in the search bar in whatever team page that you're a part of. And well, everyone in here should be a part of Hustling. So type it into Hustling and look up what it is. If you enroll $1,200 worth of promoter packs, whether it be existing promoters or new promoters that are personally enrolled to you, you'll earn double your fast start bonuses. If you do $1,600 in promoter packs of personally enrolled, or my search bar was working, I just used it. Personally enrolled, maybe some aren't, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Whether it be personally enrolled existing or new personally enrolled, if it's 1,600 in packs, then you will earn triple. So I put that in my chat. I can share it in all the other leadership chats, so they can share it in their smaller chats if you guys would like, if you can't find it. But I'm not able to post in groups right now. I don't know if anyone else can, but if any of my leaders can, then you can post that in the groups as well. And then the third part is a PPA cash contest. What does that mean? So PPA is brand new, brand new enrolled volume without credits. So if you have somebody enroll on $150 customer pack, it is going to then, and you use the $30, it's going to become $120 on that leaderboard. So keep that in mind with whatever credits you're offering. Promoter packs do count. And if you're not doing credits, then you're getting the full amount. Okay. I think I went through all of the business. I don't know. I feel like we just had a whole array of life right now. I'm going to pass it to Casey to kind of start this Monday, start the month. I'm super excited. Y'all know her story. It's one of my favorites. She's one of the first promoters to join me. She was also one of the first promoters to leave me and then come back. So it's fine. You know, she just took all my firsts. But she is going strong, 80K leader, running towards 200K. She'll be there before we know it. And I am excited to hear about the basics and the vision, because y'all, if you are not keeping with the basics of your business, we need to get back there. Because when you start to move away from the basics and you start to reinvent your own wheel, or reinvent the wheel that is working, you start to overcomplicate things. Our products are simple. Our comp plan is simple. The way you work your business should be simple as well. If it's overwhelming, it's because you're not organized. I'm just going to come out and say it, because I used to be so overwhelmed with working my business and felt like I was glued to my phone. And it was really not that the business itself was overwhelming, but I myself was not organized as a person. I was not organized in treating my business like a business, and I needed to. So before I pass it to Casey, I want to launch a promo real quick for y'all, a personal one. If you are in my downline, if you're not in my downline, sorry, but this is for my downline only, because this is the only way that I know how to keep track of it. If you are on my downline and in Limitless, Today showed us that you need to be working belly to belly and creating relationships as well on top of being in social media. So the first person to give / send out 10 local, so wherever you're located, local trial packs, and get those 10 people in as a customer, I will personally give you $100. So the first person to do that in my downline, 10 local, starting today. So starting on the 4th through the end of the month, whoever does 10 local, so you have to get them a trial, whether it be in person or send out a mail out, and get them a customer account underneath you. Message me as soon as you do that, and I will give you $100. So on that note, I'm going to pass it to Casey.
Can you hear me? We're twinning. We're wearing the same shirt. I text you. I'm sure you didn't see it yet. Hi, y'all. My name's Casey. If you don't know me, what's up? If you do know me, what's up? Lindsay asked me to come on and help host the first Monday night Zoom for October, and to really just like put things into perspective for you guys because of the season that I'm in right now. And you guys know I usually get on here and lead with my story, and while it's great, I feel like you might be tired of hearing it, but not really, because I'm probably going to share it again. So I just want to talk about getting back to the basics, because really the basics is what built and is building your business. We have failed our way forward. Lindsay has gone through the fire for you guys. We have gone through the fire, and it really is trial and error here. So really what it comes down to is, are you taking ownership of your business? Are you taking responsibility for your business? I feel like after the whole bonus season that we all just went through, a lot of people, whether you qualified for a bonus or not, fell off. And that's typical with bonus season. You either want it or you don't. I just saw Holly's comment in the chat. All right, I'm not going to look there anymore. You either want it or you don't. And it takes more than a bonus or a promo to work your business. And so actually what we had planned to talk about tonight was getting back to the basics and working your business whenever there's not something to run after. And then the CEOs were like, just kidding, here's a bunch of promos, and launched a bunch of promos right before we came on this Zoom. So this is a great time to work your business. I'm sure you guys heard they already announced the next getaway. It's in February, but not only that, if you're in Lindsay's limitless downline, you are also working towards earning her team retreat that she's doing in January. So there is something to work towards. There's currently 2 retreats that you should be working your business to earn, but not only you should be working your business to earn a retreat, you shouldn't be working your business to earn something. You should be working your business for that residual income. You should be working your business so that a year from now, you can wake up. I mean, like, picture this, like a year from now, you wake up and you no longer are clocking into your 9 to 5. You no longer are having to send your babies to daycare. You're no longer having to do those things. And you can look back and think like a year ago on October 4th, whenever Lindsay and Casey were talking about getting back to the basics and working your business, I took that serious, and look at where I'm at. Like, seriously, y'all, your life can change in a year. And so I really want you guys to just picture that and like dwell on that your life doesn't have to be the same where it is a year from now. I know my life is not the same as where it was last year. And for that, I am forever thankful. But that's because I got serious with my business and I stopped treating it as a side hustle, and I started treating it as the actual business that it is. How do you do that? Get back to the basics. And the very first note that I have is, don't let the uncontrollable control you. And that perfectly goes with today's blackout option, or not option. It wasn't an option, because I'm sure if it was an option, none of us would choose to have been a part of it. But that perfectly goes with the blackout, the social media blackout that happened today. None of us could control that. We had no say in that happening. That wasn't something that each of us was like, you know what, we're going to piece out of our business for the day and not work social media. We had no control over that. So what did you do with that time that you have? Did you like literally, were you sitting on your phone like this, like refreshing every 5 seconds? Were you checking the chat? Were you constantly trying to get back into social media for what? For busy work? For to say that you worked your business? Because if you worked your business, you don't actually have to be on social media to do that. There's a lot of behind the scenes things that you can do to work your business. That goes back to taking ownership for your business. You can make content, you can pack up sample packs. I got all of my customer thank you notes written today and packed up. I got all of their addresses put on. I reached out to my customers like Lindsay did with the blackout promo. People who may or may not have placed an order in the last couple months, or they turned their auto ship off or whatever. I took today to reach out to my customers and work behind the scenes because I couldn't control the fact that social media was down. And so I didn't allow that to like fester inside of me and like get me all worked up. I actually really liked it because if it wasn't for working my business on social media, I wouldn't even be on social media. So I actually really enjoyed the blackout today. And if they just want to do that maybe like once or twice a year, it wouldn't hurt my feelings. But use days like today where you can't control things like that to work your business behind the scenes. Take responsibility for your business because it's not my job to work your business for you. It's not Lindsay's job to work your business for you. It's not your enroller's job to work your business for you. And that takes me to my next point, which is I've had a lot of people reach out to me, whether they're in my direct downline or sideline sisters of mine or somewhere in the downline themselves. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and they're like, I'm doing everything. Can you just give me some tips and tricks? And I'm like, are you really doing everything? Or are you just clicking on Facebook and Instagram every single day and saying, I'm doing everything? Because if you were really doing everything, then your sales and your volume and your efforts would match everything that you're doing. You guys have to realize that people don't buy Thrive. People don't buy our products. People buy the story that we sell them. People buy the story. We're painting a picture for people, right? We're sales, Thrive. What we do on social media is painting a picture for people. People don't know what Thrive is. People don't know why our vitamins are different than the vitamins they can buy at Publix or whatever your local grocery store is. People don't know why we wear this sticker on us every single day. They think it's just some social media thing. They have no idea. We know what Thrive is because we use it every single day. We have product knowledge on it. And not only that, we're in the Thrive world, right? Like Thrive is like part of who we are. But people don't know what Thrive is unless we tell them, unless we paint a picture for them, unless we tell them the difference between our vitamins and Publix vitamins, unless we tell them the difference in the absorption rate between our vitamins and the vitamins they can get at Publix, unless we tell them, hey, you can drink this shake in the morning and you won't need 6 cups of coffee to get you through your day that you had to reheat 12 times over. People don't know what Thrive is, and so we need to paint them a picture. And the best way that you can paint a picture for your audience is sharing your story. We went to a VIP night in Daytona with one of the CEOs, and he very simply said, you need to get your story down, and you need to get it down to a minute and a half or less. And basically what he's saying is it takes in the first, I don't know, I want to say that he said 30 seconds, but that may even be too long. I want to say that he said in the first 30 seconds, you either catch somebody's attention or you lose somebody's attention. So you have 30 seconds to either catch somebody's attention or lose their attention, which means your story, what these products have done for you, you need to get it down to a master, to like a masterpiece of a minute and a half max of what these products have done for you and how they've changed your life. Because in the first 30 seconds, they're either going to keep listening or they're going to exit the conversation. The best way to paint a picture for somebody is to share your story. And if you don't have a story with Thrive, well, one, I don't believe it because you wouldn't be here promoting products if you didn't have a story with Thrive. And two, use somebody else's story. If I don't drink coffee. I never have drank coffee in my entire life. My parents didn't drink it. My whole family didn't drink it. It's just not something that we did. So I've never felt like I can take on the whole coffee story that a lot of thrivers use. It's just never something that I thought I could take on because it's not my story. But I recently learned I can take on that story because one, it's true, and two, my husband's a coffee drinker. So it doesn't have to be my story. I don't have a massive weight loss journey story with Thrive, but other people do have massive weight loss journey stories with Thrive. And so why can I not use those stories? If that's what somebody's looking for, I have a plethora of product stories before and afters of people just on this team alone, not even in the company as a whole, but just on this team alone, of before and afters that are available to us to use. Everything in the team pages, the hustling page, the limitless page, whatever page you may be a part of, everything in those pages are available for us to use. And that goes back to, are you working your business? Are you using the resources that are available to you? I can't tell you how many times I have people come to me and they're like, well, I just don't have anything to share. Well, I don't believe that, because you have things to share. They're available to you in the team pages. You're just not using the resources that are available to you. And that's on taking ownership of your business. It's not my job to work your business, and it's not Lindsay's job to work your business. If you really want this, then you have to show up for it daily. The next thing that I have is, if people have a problem, offer them a solution. And that goes back to sharing your story and people not knowing what Thrive is. People don't really care about taking their vitamins. I mean, honestly, I didn't. I mean, I do now because I know what they do for me. And I've done a lot of research on it. But when you first start, especially if you never grew up taking vitamins or you don't know the benefit of taking vitamins, people don't really care about taking vitamins. So what's a problem that people have if they don't take vitamins? Find the problem and then offer people a solution. I mean, I feel like that's as simple as I can put it. Find a problem that people have. I know a lot of us on here are moms, and so a lot of us were exhausted moms, mombies who could barely get through our day, who would come home and crash. Offer the solution. The 3 steps can give you the energy that you need to make it through your entire day without a crash. Super simple, super effective, and super true. If people are looking for weight loss or they find themselves snacking all day, hey, I have a perfect thing for you. It's 3 steps and it comes with our Ultra Patch. Why don't I give you a free 1-day sample to try it? What's your email address? Let me set you up with the customer account. It's so simple, but I feel like we overcomplicate it. We overcomplicate a lot of things because we want it to be like some extravagant, like, look at what I have, look at what I have, look at what I have. But it's not, we don't have to overcomplicate it. It goes back to word vomiting. When people ask you a question, answer the question. Don't tell them everything that you know, because you could be creating an obstacle for yourself that wasn't even an obstacle that they had in their mind, but now you just gave them a reason to have something else to doubt. Answer the question that's being asked to you, and don't spill all of your knowledge. Don't word vomit on people because you're so excited. I get it, especially whenever you first join or you're newer. It's fun and it's exciting, and you literally have like all this knowledge and you want to share with everybody that you come in contact with about how great these products are, and you just want to tell them everything that you know about them. But the best advice that I can give you guys is to only answer the question that's being asked of you and nothing more, nothing less, because people already have pros and cons of what they may be talking to you about or what you may be selling them. People already have pros and cons. And if you overtell, if you word vomit on people, you might be adding cons to their list that wasn't even on the list in the first place. And now you've created yourself another thing that you have to work through with this potential customer or potential promoter or whatever it may be. That goes back to, are you taking ownership of your business? I already talked about that. Things you can control, your attitude and your effort. I feel like everything tonight is kind of relating back to, are you taking ownership of your business? Are you showing up for yourself? And things that you can control, like today with the blackout, You can control your attitude towards it, and you can control the effort that's put in when it's down and when it's up. When social media is up, are you just using your social media platforms to be busy and to find things to do? Being on social media all day long is not our end all be all goal here. If you're on social media all day long, I hate to break it to you, but you are not working your business. I'm sorry, but I can say that from my heart because that was me. I'm like, the more I can be on my social media, I'm working my business. But truth is, I wasn't actually working my business. I was just looking for an excuse to say I was working my business because I was on social media. If you really dive into your IPAs, if you really jump on the work with me's and you get it down and you follow what these leaders are giving you, if you follow the steps that we've laid out for you, honestly, you can do an hour in the morning and an hour at night if you even need that extra hour at night, but you can do an hour in the morning, an hour at night, call it a day and not get back on your phone for the rest of the day, except for maybe some midday check-ins. But again, that goes back to taking ownership for your business. Are you taking ownership for your business, or are you relying on other people to do the work for you? There's a lot that I know. We're going to Vegas like in just a couple of weeks. If you earn the Vegas trip, Lindsay is currently running her trackers per se for her retreat that she's doing in January. And now the company just announced the next getaway in February. And I'm not even going to try and say it because I'm going to say it wrong and y'all are going to make fun of me because I'm just like a white girl who doesn't know how to say Spanish words. I was going to attempt to say it and then I caught myself. I decided not to. There are things that you can be working towards, but I also want to paint the picture for you guys. Even if you don't earn a trip, let's say you don't earn a trip, okay? You don't earn the big flashy things that are given to you. When I came back was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. When I came back last year, and it was like the very end of April, the very beginning of May. I want to say it was like June, July, August time. And I decided I'm going to pay for Christmas in cash. We have 4 kids, but I put my mind to it that I was going to pay Christmas in cash because every single year we go into debt for Christmas time and we rack up our credit cards. And then I spend the entire next year paying off all of that debt that I put ourselves into for Christmas. And then plus all the interest that they put on top of it. So I decided last year, I'm going to pay for Christmas in cash. And I took that mindset and I worked my business. And the only thing that mattered to me was paying for my kids' Christmas in cash. What it came down to was I not only paid for my kids' Christmas in cash, I paid for my in-laws' Christmas in cash. I paid for my family's Christmas in cash, my husband's Christmas in cash. Because I took on that mindset of this is what I'm going to do and this is how I'm going to achieve it. And then it just kept going and going and going from there. So I want you guys to take on the mindset. Christmas is in, I don't know, less than 90 days. I don't do math. Y'all already know that. It's less than 90 days from now. Black Friday is like next month. Okay. People are already Christmas shopping. If you're like pre-planner, if you're procrastinating, you're probably wait till like the week before Christmas. It's fine. I've been there. But you can pay for Christmas in cash if you take ownership of your business. If you take ownership of your business, if you show up daily, if you do the things behind the scenes that nobody sees, like today, with or without the blackout, if you take ownership of your business behind the scenes, the effort that you put in behind the scenes, the conversations that you're having, instead of just texting out a massive paragraph to people when answering their question, send a voice memo. Let people hear the excitement in your voice. Let people hear the different whatever it's called tone in your voice. Okay, whenever you're sending the voice memo, that's personal to people and they feel like they're having a conversation with you and that you're speaking directly to them. I know a lot of times text can be taken out of context depending on, you might type it one way but Susie, Joe, Bob might read it a completely different way. Take that guesswork out of it and just send a simple voice memo. Hey, I know that you were interested in weight loss. I just wanted to let you know right now we have a $30 promo coming, which means you can get your Ultra 3 steps with Sculpt for free. Let me know if you have any more questions. Super simple, and they can hear the excitement in your voice. They can hear that it's 9:40 at night and you still have the energy that you had from this morning when you were on your story sharing about your 3 sets. We have to get it back to the basics and the fact that I feel like my audience has a very good idea of what Thrive is, and that's because I've been sharing about it for 3.5 years. Lindsay's audience has a very good idea of what Thrive is because she's been sharing about it for 3.5, 4 years. But does that mean we stop sharing about the basics? No, because the new followers that we get, they don't know what Thrive is. They just see us taking some vitamins on our stories and they have no idea what they do. The new people that we get, the new followers that we get, the new people that are in our inbox, they have no idea that we have a VIP bonus available to them in their first 14 days if they join as a promoter. Right before I came on the Zoom tonight, I set up my phone on hands-free mode in the kitchen downstairs, and I very quickly in 4 slides, before Instagram timed me out, I very quickly in 4 slides went over, did you know that our promoter pack is a one-time investment and you have the opportunity to earn 2 separate $400 bonuses in your first 14 days. A lot of people will join a side hustle because they need the financial support. Super simple, 4 slides, and I am telling my audience something that they might not know, but to me is common knowledge. Remember, I've said it before, and I will say it a million times over. Just when you get tired of saying something, just when you think nobody's paying attention or nobody's listening, that is when they're listening. That is when they are paying attention. That is when you were catching somebody's attention about something that you said. You could say it the exact same way every single day for 30 days. And on that 30th day, somebody who didn't hear you the first 29 days is going to message you and be like, hey, I didn't know Thrive could do that. Could you tell me more about that? You have to stay consistent with your business, with your products. You have to stay consistent with the tools that are given to you. And I really encourage you guys, if you don't use the topics section in Limitless and or in Hustlin', to use that because it's a free resource for you. And a lot of teams don't have access to what our team gives you access for. That scared me, Alexis. Thanks for telling me. I didn't know he was back there. A lot of teams don't give you access to what our teams give you access to as far as free stories for you guys to use. If you're not good at content creation, which I'm not, it's one of my weaknesses. It's something that I completely struggle with. Lindsay even gave me access to her Canva and she's like, okay, Casey, all you have to do is take my picture out and put your picture in. And I'm like, I don't get it. And she's like, yes, just take my picture out and put your picture in. And I'm like, can you do that and text it to me? Because I just don't get it. We have our weaknesses and we have our strengths. So don't dwell in something that's a weakness for you when your strength might be leading a work with me. Then get on and lead your side sisters, your downline, your upline, whoever it is, get on and lead them in a work with me and continue to build that strength. Because what you're not good at, somebody else is amazing at, and they're giving you access to that and vice versa. So I just want to encourage you guys to really get plugged in these last 90 days. Do not let off the gas pedal of your business. A lot of people at this season, in this time, we're getting into the holidays, we're getting into traveling. Everybody loves fall and winter except me because I live in Florida and I want it to be summertime all the time. Everybody else loves it. So they let off their business, they let off the gas. And yes, your business wasn't built overnight and it's not going to crumble overnight, but it will start to slow down if you slow down. Take advantage of the people who are going to let off their gas. Take advantage of the people who are going to let off their business, whether it be in this company or another company that maybe kind of has a similar like health and wellness company. Take advantage of those people who are letting off the gas to go in and get their people and be like, hey, I have something for you because I'm not letting off the gas. And this is a 90-day push. And come January 1st, these are my goals that I want to have accomplished for myself. Take advantage of the 10+2 because not only is this something that Lindsay is offering for her direct downline as far as a promo, but when Jason came, was it Jason? No, Paul. when Paul came to the VIP night with us, he is going to be launching something, if you're in Florida local, that revolves around the 10+2. So I'm telling you guys, when Lindsay shares this stuff in the chats, she's not just pulling it out of thin air like, oh, what can I do today? I know, let me launch 10+2. There's a rhyme and there's a reason for the things that we do behind the scenes for you guys that she launches. So take advantage of it. And if you don't understand it, if you don't know what it is, then ask for clarification, because chances are if you don't understand it, somebody else as well doesn't understand it. And we can all come together and help each other and answer questions. Linz.
Is that my cue?
Yeah.
No, but I want to talk about basics real quick. Casey, she nailed it, but I want to talk about the importance of simple, because like Casey was saying, I've built that trust with my audience, right? After 3.5 years posting every single day about the 3 steps, I've built that trust, and that people know I'm a thriver, right? You would think so. But still weekly, I get people that message me and say, what is this? What are your products? What do they do? And I literally, every time I get a message, I kind of giggle inside, because I'm like, are you new here? You know what I mean? And yeah, they are. And that's the beauty of social media. That's the beauty of doing reels and utilizing your different platforms, is every day, every week, every month, you're adding new. So yesterday you posted about the 3 steps, and today there's nothing on your stories. Well, a lot of us have nothing on our stories right now, so that's not really a good example, but by the end of the night, we're all going to have our stories up. So it's fine. But that one new person would have gone and looked at your stuff today, right? Or tonight or tomorrow, and you didn't post anything. Why? Because you worked your business yesterday. Well, guess what? That new person who probably would have been a potential eventually, because you would have planted the seed. Now you didn't plant any seeds. But on top of that, y'all, I ran with the 3 steps. We have an amazing plus line item. Like, do not get me wrong. Our plus lines are insanely amazing, and I use almost every single one of them, if not all of them. And I always say that if they keep coming out with more products, I'm just going to start overdosing on vitamins, because like, y'all, how many products can you take? Because I take them all. But the 3 steps, every single one of my auto ship customers is on our 3 steps. Every single customer I enrolled until I was a 200K was a 3-step customer. I didn't even like try Activate until, and Activate was the first plus line item I tried. It wasn't even Balance. Activate was the first plus line item I tried, and I didn't even try that till 1.5 years into this business. So the only products I used for the first 1.5 years were our 3-step system. That's the only thing I talked about for the first 1.5 years of my business. That first 1.5 years, I grew so dang fast. So if you're telling me you don't know what to talk about, you need to talk about your 3 steps. If you're telling me you don't know what to say, you need to say stuff about your 3 steps. If you're telling me that you don't know how to market, then you need to stop trying to sell and just share why you're using your 3 steps. My thing is, so many people are so wrapped up in how many plus line items we have, or how can I switch it up and how can I change things? You don't need to switch anything up, and you don't need to change anything. You just have to share, and you have to be consistent. And if you're not confident in it, I want you to know that consistency builds confidence. The more consistent you are, the more of a routine you build, the more confidence you now have behind it. Because I can tell you right now, in the last year, the amount of people that I have seen grow confidence when they didn't have it is insanely beautiful, like insanely amazing, that I have been able to witness from so many of you guys that wouldn't even go live, wouldn't even go in your stories, wouldn't even post a picture of yourself besides a selfie up here. Like, y'all, consistency builds that confidence. You don't have to know it all. I still very much so do not know it all. Still very, very much so do not know it all. You do not have to know it all. I don't want you to know it all. I want you to lean on us. I want you to utilize your resources and your team and your upline and your sideline and your downline. And I want you to reach all around until you find somebody whose strength is your weakness. And then I want you to pair up with them, and I want you to see what you can offer them and they can offer you. That's the beautiful thing about this community. It doesn't have to be in your leg. It doesn't have to be in your downline or your team or whatever. It can be a sideline sister that isn't even a part of hustling, but you guys want to link up and you want to share resources and collab. Y'all, that's the beauty of this industry. But if you continue to overcomplicate it to the sense of how many plus line items can I sell? Or how much can I upsell? Or how much can I do this? Y'all get them on the 3 steps. Once they love the products and they ask you what they can do more, that's when you introduce plus line items. For me, most of the time, that first month, people are literally starting on standard 3 steps with me. Not even tack or black label or whatever else. I literally get them on the standard $150 3-step system. And I'm going to tell you right now, for my for my elite bonus that I get, you have to have 12 reoccurring auto ship customers every single month. 10 of them are just on the standard 3 steps. I have more than my 12, but if you were to take 12 of those customers that reorder every single month, 10 of them are on the $150 pack still to this day, ordering month after month after month. And then the other ones have added either like a black label or tack and balance, or, some sort of gut health, because I still talk about my gut a lot. Y'all, keep it simple. You feel like you're becoming repetitive, but the truth is, the more repetitive you are, the more people are going to listen. You're giving them more opportunity. Every single week when I first joined, I did a Facebook opportunity live. Now with Facebook and Instagram being so big in stories, I would do a dual. If this were me and I was still, and I mean, it is still me because I'm still building. Let's be real. I'm never not going to be building. But if this was me and I was brand new and I didn't have a potentials list and I didn't know what to do and I didn't have people in my inbox, once a week, I would be doing my own opportunity live on Facebook and Instagram, even if nobody showed up. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when I first joined, I don't know how, but my mom always knows when I do something because she's the first person. Our moms know, okay? Mamas always know. And they are the first ones on there. Because my mom still to this day is the first person to like any reel I do, any post. And I'm like, Mom, you're not even up. Like, what are you doing? She'll like it in her sleep. Let me just tell you, okay? Like it doesn't matter if you have one person, it doesn't matter if one person likes it. It's the consistency, because guess what? I got more people from replays than I did while I was live. And it was the consistency every single week. And our 3 steps haven't changed. Me taking them hasn't changed. The way I take them hasn't changed. It's the consistency in talking about them. And y'all ask me why I'm so comfortable and confident. It's not because I'm a nurse. It's not because I know the science behind it. It's because I'm confident in our products and what they do, because after 3.5, December will be 4 years. After almost 4 years of using them and talking about them, I know them like the back of my hand, not because of the science, but because I genuinely learned about them from personal experience. And then one more thing I want to touch on before we call it a night, because this was full of goodies, is don't forget to be you. So often people join network marketing companies, and Casey touched on this a little bit in her own words, but so often you guys, we join companies, right? You join Thrive and all of a sudden you become Thrive. I don't want you to be Thrive. I want you to be you. I want you to paint your picture. I want you to tell your truths. I want you to create that trust within you. People don't join Thrive. You joined because of your enroller. You didn't join Thrive because of our CEOs. You didn't join Thrive because of our exec team, even though both are insanely amazing, right? We have insanely amazing CEOs and an executive team, but y'all didn't join because of them. Y'all joined because you joined the person that you literally joined. So think about it. People join people. Stop trying so hard to become Thrive and let Thrive join your lifestyle. I don't want you to change. I don't want you to stop being crazy or weird or whatever it is you may be. I want you to embrace that and add Thrive into it. I want you to tell your story with Thrive as a twist. I want you to share what these products do for you and why you're a part of this opportunity. Your story, not why I use it. Casey never needed weight loss. She's like the size of my pinky toe. Like, let's be real. She's never needed weight loss. She can eat whatever she wants and she's like this big. It's annoying, but it's fine. Meanwhile, I look at bread and I'm swollen for like 37 years, but it's fine. Not bitter. It's fine. I wanted weight loss. I've always wanted weight loss. I've always wanted weight loss my entire life. So I found it for the weight loss, right? She found it for the energy. obviously if she needs, yeah, she's got like a football team. She's got a lot of kids. It's a lot. She's got a lot of kids over there. But she needed the energy. I wanted the weight loss. We joined for different reasons, right? We used the products for different reasons. Now, obviously, as a toddler mom, I love the energy. But if she needed somebody before and afters and to show pictures or to talk about weight loss, she could send them mine and say, this is my friend Lynn's. Like, yeah. Or she can add them to our customer page and tag them in my post of my story. That's why I created that Thriving Limitless if you're in my downline, because the reason for it there, and there's every team and every downline has customer pages. So if you're not a part of one, reach up to your leader and ask to be put into one, because all of us have customer pages. My customer page, I use it for potentials as well. And I tell our team, use it for as potentials, as long as they have a customer account underneath you, add them in there and tag them in somebody's story that they relate to. If they're on a postpartum journey, if they're pregnant, if they have health questions, if they're a guy, if they X, Y, and Z, like, we use the topic section in the customer pages and tag them in people's stories. It doesn't have to be your story why they join Thrive, but it's your story why they're going to join you. Does that make sense? They're going to message you because of your story. And then Thrive fits into every lifestyle. You can find somebody's story that mixes with them, but they're going to join you because of your story, because of your personality, because of your character traits, because they bonded and connected with you on another level. You have to create those social media best friends. You have to be that person and share your story to where people can relate to you. But the more you try and become relatable and the more you try and become Thrive, the less relatable you actually are to your people. So keep that in mind. That's all that we have for tonight. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Monday, a good rest of your week. I am pumped for this promo. I will be blasting out some graphics and stuff throughout the week. I'll be on Canva most of the day tomorrow, creating some resources for you guys and some fun stories wrapped around the idea. If anybody else creates some and they want to share it, feel free in the chats. But I am so excited for this. You guys, when you guys say you don't have credits, or how do you leverage credits? Y'all, these aren't even your credits. These aren't even your credits. No trackers are loaded yet. The Punta Cana tracker will probably be loaded eventually, because October is a qualifying month. So there's not even a tracker for the October leaderboard on the Cloud Office yet. So it'll probably be 24, 48 hours before any trackers start to load. But back to the credits real quick, y'all. These aren't even credits that you have to give. They are from the company. It's free $30 gift card from the company. Take it that way. You are offering free $30 gift card from the company, or $30 for free. It's not even from you. Y'all, so often people are like, I don't know how to leverage credits because I don't have credits, or I used them on my own personal order. Well, guess what, baby girl? It doesn't matter, because the company gave them to you. Leverage them. If you're not leveraging these ones when they're free to you to give out, it won't matter how many credits you get loaded on the second of the month, because you're not going to leverage those either. So practice with these. Leverage the heck out of them. I am super excited this month for everything that's coming, the new shake flavors, detox, all the things. And while we're in Vegas, y'all know we'll take notes and we'll share for those who won't be there. But run, because trackers start. And whether you're going to Punta Cana or not, you are going to be creating momentum for future trackers. Do not be in the right now, be in the future. So we have 3 trips every single year. And if you're like, oh, there's no way I'm going to get Punta Cana. Well, not with that mindset. You're definitely not going to. But the moral of it is, this month, you're working towards a tracker in a year from now. Even what you do today fills a tracker a year from now. So don't get wrapped up in trackers today, because the reality is, when you work your business is going to grow and grow and grow. And what you do today will pay out tenfold. So have a great rest of your week. Happy October. Go kill this promo. Like, go and crush it, y'all. I'll see you guys later. Bye.